a summer slowdown. So it's about mindset, and some of the stuff we're going to talk about tonight is about mindset. But I think as we enter the summer, it's something really to think about. A lot of us are, even though it's like a little more lax, sometimes that can create more of a possibility for us to not have a schedule or a regimen, which again, I totally get, but then that can impact our business. So just remember when you're thinking about your business and this summer and your goals, to make sure that your actions aligning with your goals, and to just understand that summer slowdowns only happen if you make them happen. So we're going to talk first about Carrie Wilkerson's belief. Her whole talk that she did with everybody was on belief. So she came out to talk to us in a black dress. And those of you that don't know who Carrie is, she's the Barefoot Executive. So follow her on Facebook and Instagram. But that's what she brands herself as. And she's a motivational speaker. But she has lost over 150 pounds. So she came out in a black dress, and she's small now. And this is what she talked to us about. So she told us that there was 3 types of beliefs, and that what we believe can be very dangerous because what we believe becomes our truth, right? So beliefs about ourselves are the first belief. Things like, I'm lazy, I'm never on time, I have no friends, I'm an introvert, I'm not good with people, I'm not a salesperson, I'm too shy, those types of things that you believe about yourself. Belief number 2 was beliefs about others. They're prettier than me. They're more talented. They have more support, right? They're just more outgoing. They have more time. Their husbands don't work. Their husbands are supportive. They don't have as many kids as I have, and so on and so on. And then the third is beliefs that we have about opportunities. It's a pyramid. It's a scheme. I'll do it later. I'm looking for a quick fix. My time will suffer. I won't be a good enough mom. Someone will criticize me or talk about me or think what I'm doing is silly. So last time, she said, last time I checked, you had to be out of junior high last time I checked, you had to be out of junior high to take Plexus. So basically what she was saying is that a lot of these things are rooted in stereotypes and labeling versus reality. And so really to kind of look at your beliefs versus reality, and what's going on in your head to make these beliefs stronger, or to make you think that they're actually true. So she talked about, what if our beliefs are wrong, right? God forbid our beliefs are wrong. But a lot of times they are. But they really can control or even steer the path of our life, okay? Amy Paul, if you all don't know her, she is a Diamond Ambassador. Her husband's a Diamond Ambassador, Eric Paul, who was at the Lansing meeting. So I had the pleasure of getting to know him a little bit. But they have 7 children. And last year, they spent the year touring the United States on a bus branded in Plexus that they bought. And they have built their teams from the ground up, okay? They're from Hawaii. That's where their place of origin is. And they are just incredible. They homeschool their kids, okay? So talk about not having time, right? Talk about, she said, basically, if Amy Paul can do this, nobody else has any excuses, which I agree with. I really, really agree with. So they quit pretty good jobs to do this, and just kind of traveled with their family, homeschooled them by traveling the United States, and built their businesses. And there's a pic of her family, in front of the bus, and it's amazing and it's inspirational. But it's something to think about, because what if Amy thought, I have too many kids, I don't have enough time, I'm a homeschooling mom. She should never be where she was, and either would Eric. Eric got behind her, pretty early on, but was skeptical. But it's important to, talk to your significant others, or your shareholders, if you will, your children, whoever that might be, to get them on board, because it really is harder, right, to be successful in this journey, or to build that belief, if the people that are surrounding you 99% of the time don't have your back. It can be done, because my husband was a huge skeptic, but it's not something that is the best case scenario. So definitely have those conversations with them, answer their questions, talk about their fears, their hesitations, their, concerns. We can't see it till we believe it. This is the thing where we feel like belief comes first, that we really have to think about that. You have to believe what you're doing is right, or believe in what you're doing first for you to be all in, right? Belief is huge. And there's so many ways to build our belief. Diamond documentaries, people's stories, testimonies, just network marketing books in general. It doesn't even have to be Plexus related. You can see, people's stories where they were just normal people, right? I mean, you don't have to, I'm a mom of 4, I'm a social worker. You don't have to be, a rocket scientist to do this. Although we have a rocket scientist who's a sapphire and she's amazing. But you don't have to be a rocket scientist. So wrong beliefs tend to hold us back. She said this and it really stuck with me. I actually posted it on Facebook during convention, but she said, excuses are lies you tell that nobody else believes but you. And it's so true. I don't have enough time, I'm not good enough, I'm too shy, I don't have enough friends, all of that stuff. Those are just excuses. It's all it is. It's lies that you're telling yourself. Because if you were to pump yourself with positive beliefs, a lot of those things would change. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. So how can we change our beliefs? First of all, you can believe you can change that, right? Believe in your ability to change your beliefs. But you can. You can change what you think and what you believe. So how do you do that? So it's the ABCs of changing your belief. The A is arrest it, okay? Arrest your belief. Tell yourself that this is wrong. So let's say your belief is, I'm too shy, okay? So tell yourself that even though you're shy, you're still able to have conversations with people. You still have friends. People love you. You have a huge heart. Whatever your positive qualities are, write them out, okay? Arrest that false belief that because you're shy, you can't be successful in this business. B, betray it. Look at that belief and say, it makes no sense. Jessica Carney smiled when I said that. Jessica Carney's been on our leaderboard before. You know what I mean? I haven't been on the leaders board. So she can't tell me that she can't do this because she can, and she did, and she is. And so that's the kind of thing that's important, is to betray that and to really find things in your life or things that have happened that totally contradict your belief that's false. C, correct it. Now this is the hard part, okay, to correct it. She talked about like an example of like using a planner. We're always like, oh, I can just plan my life out and I'll have a planner and I'll have everything organized, but then we don't actually use the planner, right? Or the gym membership we never use. We need to think about where we can better use our time. Using positive self-talk can help correct it. Somebody who's shy can say something like, people love to talk to me. People love to hear me talk. People love being in my presence. I am such a good public speaker. Okay. These are things that you can say to correct it, and you can tell yourself. If y'all haven't read the book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, I know some of you did the book study with me, read it because it's such an amazing book. We become what we think. So you can utilize this method and positive affirmations to really, really change the course of your life and the beliefs that you hold about yourself. It really, really does work. And I've talked about this a billion times, but this journey truly is a positive growth or a personal growth journey with a paycheck. It is. The more I grow, the more my business grows. It's very, very true. Also, seek out leaders who have done it before and have the knowledge that have done it, that have the knowledge and maybe have been where you are. If you actually Google introvert and Plexus, Heather Burke, she's one of my favorite diamonds. She's very shy, and I love her diamond documentary. But she just did a video after convention because someone asked her to do so because she's very successful and she's an introvert. Jessica, I have it on my phone. If you want me to send it to you, I can send it to you. But it's really, really, really good. and Nicole. I know Nicole you kind of associate with being an introvert a little bit as well. But it's cool. And she talks about how it's like she is totally an introvert, and like even being in like a group of small people, like 8 people like this, is anxiety producing for her, but how she kind of overcame that and what she used as far as her strengths to work through that. So I'll post it on our page. How's that? I'll post it on our team page, but it's a great video to take a peek at. It's like 8 minutes long. So she said, be the change that you wish to see, be gracious, be healthy, be disciplined. So she walked off the stage, okay? She talked a lot about how one of her beliefs, okay, was that she couldn't wear white because she used to be fat, and she always saw herself as fat. And she was talking this whole entire time in a black dress. And when she came back out, she was in a white dress. I mean, it was really, really kind of cool. Because first of all, she looked amazing. And second of all, like, it was just kind of like the full circle of that whole entire speech about belief. And you believe what you tell yourself. You believe what you tell yourself. So really, really kind of check your mindset and where that's at. And when you start thinking negative, try to reframe that. And, even write it on note cards. So for a while, and I still do, I have an app called Repeat Again. It's free. And I have positive affirmations in it. And every morning I listen to it. So right now, a lot of the affirmations are around the fact that I can achieve Emerald and that I can, lead my team to success, like those types of things. So you have to you can change them all the time, but it's a really great app. And I just listen to it 3 times a day. Okay. So we're going to talk about X Factor. And before Jessica starts, I'm just going to point out a couple things. So a couple stats that they threw out, I'm sorry, Jess, if you were going to talk about this, but there's so much information. But a couple stats that they threw out was that basically only 10% of Americans eat the daily recommendation of fruits and vegetables and produce. That is not, and it's not as nutritious as it should be. We are overfed and undernourished, and X Factor can help. Over half of Americans take a multi every single day, but there's so many to choose from. And the problem with a lot of the multis on the out on the market is that they are they're not bioavailable, meaning you don't absorb and get what's in that multivitamin, so you're basically excreting it immediately. So you're literally pissing away your money, like literally. So Jessica, I'm going to let you go ahead and talk a little bit about the X Factor, and I'll just add some things as I see fit, but I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay. I'm super excited about the X Factor because it's supposed to help with hot flashes. And you know me, I couldn't even sit in that upper stadium just because it was so hot, and I kept having hot flash after hot flash. So that, and I realized once I started doing a little more research, it has a lot of the things that I needed for healthy thyroid support. So I'm super excited about that too, with like selenium and stuff. So I'm just going to kind of summarize what was in the back office in the shareable section, and everybody should read that because there's a lot of information, and I probably am not going to touch on every single part of it. But yeah, like Kate said, they said we live in an age of medical breakthroughs, and we're just not getting any healthier, with all of those medical breakthroughs. We're overfed and undernourished, and half of the Americans take a multivitamin every day. And if we could just get a portion of those people to switch to ours, think about how many lives we could change. That would just be amazing. There are so many multivitamins on the market right now, and most of them have cheap ingredients and they're not bioavailable, just like Kate said. The X Factor Plus works because we have premium forms of the best ingredients to help us stay healthy and feel better. They contain 100% of the daily value of 19 essential vitamins and minerals and 50 natural trace minerals. which are the most bioactive, bioavailable, and some of these are the methylated folate, which just means that it's ready to be used by our bodies. So that's really good. K1, K2, K3, these are all difficult forms to find in food, but they're vital for cardiovascular health. So that's an awesome thing that they have in the vitamin. X Factor Plus also uses several minerals in their most bioavailable form so that they can be absorbed into the bloodstream and maximize the benefit. It features a microbiome activating complex which delivers 400 milligrams of powerful polyphenols like apple and grapeseed extracts. These work to protect your gut, the microbiome, so that you can thrive. It also helps with cardiovascular and circulatory support, and it helps with symptoms of menopause, which is what I'm super, super excited about. So hopefully we'll see some improvement in my hot flashes.
Yeah.
It helps reduce undesirable compounds in the gut, reduces ammonium levels in the gut by 18%, increases beneficial things like lactobacillus, Akkermansia, and bifidobacterium. There are no binders, it's gluten-free, no common allergens, and it's non-GMO. Let's see. X Factor Plus supports strong bones, supports nerve health, muscle function. It helps with healthy heart. It helps support your immune function. It helps support normal blood pressure. It helps skin, hair, and nails. And my nails, since I started, are growing like crazy. I am a dental hygienist and I can't have long nails, and I have to cut them. Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It's only been like a week and a half and I have such long nails. Let's see. It protects against free radical damage. It boosts energy, metabolism, promotes mental clarity, improves mood, supports healthy thyroid, supports eye and night vision. And I'm super excited about that because I've noticed as I'm getting older, I hate driving at night. So that I'm looking forward to seeing a difference in. Helps with cognitive functions. And they said everybody should take this product, anyone 18 and older. 90% of the population doesn't get enough vitamin D or E, B vitamins, and those are all essential for health. 40% of the population carries a gene mutation that prevents them from being able to convert folate to its usable form, so that, you know, that's awesome that we have that methylated folate in there. Let's see. It's vegetarian. It still contains the aloe. It has the black currant. The capsules are different. They're green. And it's, like I said, for those 18 and older. One of the things that they did mention is that you can take the vitamin whenever it's convenient for you, but if you take it with food, it can help with any kind of stomach upset. And it also causes, when you eat food, it causes your stomach to change the pH, so it boosts your body's ability to absorb the nutrients from the vitamin. Also, just check with your physician or pharmacist, or have your customers check with theirs when they're adding it, because they said that it could interfere with some of the metabolism of certain medications. So just like anything else. It can be taken with all of our other Plexus products. And some of the things it contains is vitamin A, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, B5, B6, biotin, B12, B9, C, D, E, vitamin K, calcium, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, manganese, chromium, grapeseed extract, apple extract, cranberry, aloe vera, blackcurrant. There's a couple others that I didn't mention. But you should read about each one of those, because each one of them has like a certain reason why they added it to the X Factor vitamin.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so great.
Yeah, there's a whole, like, if you print out the information sheet on X Factor from our back office in the shareables, there's a whole glossary and it lists every single ingredient and why it's in there and what it does. I mean, the information that we have available to us now is incredible. And even has a little section on it, how it's like, what's the difference between X Factor and X Factor Plus, like why that happened and what the difference is. And it's pretty much what Jessica explained. Basically, there's 13 more nutrients in X Factor Plus than there was in X Factor. And it contains 650% more bioactive forms of key ingredients than the original X Factor. So that's huge. The microbiome complex is something that's new to the X Factor Plus. So the other one didn't have like where it would help with increasing Akkermansia and the Lactobacillus and all that stuff. Like that, the original X Factor did not have that. So super exciting, and definitely, people who are dealing with hot flashes and symptoms of menopause, this is amazing. And that's a large part of our population, so a whole nother, outlet and people we can talk to who maybe have tried our products before and stopped, or people that we can talk to and kind of use this as a way to have them take a look at what our products have to offer. So thank you, Jessica, so much. You did awesome. I appreciate you helping out. All right, the last thing I want to talk about tonight is branding. So in my Senior Ruby session, we talked about a couple things, but one of the things that we talked about was branding. And Celeste Gwynn actually did this training for us. And Celeste is very good at branding herself. So basically, one of her first things that she said and what her assignment for us was to make sure that we align our lifestyle with our business. Okay? And here's an example of that. If you are talking on Facebook, Instagram, you're painting your life about the things that you're passionate about, whether that be breastfeeding, whether that be exercising, being a vegan, whatever that is. But then you have pictures of your family at McDonald's eating cheeseburgers and fries, that doesn't align, right? And so you want to be careful. It's just like the people that I've seen who are super positive with their Plexus posts, and then their next post has the F word in it about how somebody cut them off, and it's just it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay. So make sure that as you're building your brand, that your lifestyle is in alignment with your business. Don't be someone you're not. Okay. That's extremely important. I'm not saying that you have to be positive 100% of the time, but there's no reason to complain on social media, right? Life is life. We all struggle, and I've talked about my struggles on Facebook, but we don't want to be complainers or Debbie Downers, because that sucks the life out of people instead of adding value to people. So build your business on health and wellness and not weight loss. This has been a huge key to my success. Weight loss sells. However, if you market Plexus with a heavy focus on weight loss, and somebody starts our products and doesn't lose 10 pounds in their first week, they're going to be upset, okay? Do not give people false beliefs about what kind of company we are, okay? Yes, I've lost a lot of weight with Plexus, but it's because I use them as a tool. I listen to my body. I take my products consistently. I drink my water. I watch what I put in my pie hole. And lots of people don't do that. And so it's important that we are giving people a realistic understanding of how incredible our products are, and that they focus on gut health and inflammation and blood sugar, but that this is not a quick fix. This is getting your body healthy. You have to do your part, right? It's an amazing tool, one where I know I would never be where I'm at health-wise if I didn't have, but it's not something that you take for a week and drop 10 pounds, okay? So, also, she said, what is your energy signature? Mom, health, she talked about in real life, hashtag in real life. Be the same online that you are offline. Again, make sure that what you're presenting online is what's happening at home. Okay. To an extent, right? Again, we just don't want to create false beliefs or paint a picture that everything's rosy, because what we do is hard work too, right? And what we do comes up with some opposition, right? Some people are going to give us the hand, are going to tell us we're crazy or whatever the case may be, right? And we could talk about that, but also talk about the positive things. Look for the evidence. What's important to you at this point? Who is important? Who are you? So kind of just take a look at your life and what your brand is going to be. Are you the granola suntan lotion oil mom? Are you the homeschooling mom? Are you a single mom? Are you not a mom? Are you, a photographer? Is that something that's super important to you? Do you like to take pictures of food? Are you a blogger? Are you really religious? Think about the things that you're passionate about in life, and that's how you should brand your page. Because with branding comes value, right? Because if we're just posting all the time about Plexus and not offering other values, recipes, parenting tips, how to make something, like what if you're really good at knitting? If you're really good at knitting, you better believe, if I was good at knitting, you better believe that I would be doing live videos on how to knit, right? Because you're adding value to people. It doesn't have to do anything with Plexus, but you're going to get people to follow you, to be excited about what's on your page. When you're thinking about branding yourself, look at other people's profiles and think of the people where like you stop on their posts, right? Because you're interested and you want to read, or their pictures are amazing. Think about that and try to emulate that with your passions. Lifestyle posts. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Super true. Find strong branding on social media. Your upline, jewels, strong branding on your team. Who are you attracted to? This is what I just talked about. And whose posts do you stop for when you're scrolling? Those are the posts that you want to pay attention to, because that's obviously what you're attracted to. Do it scared. And then afterwards, ask yourself, did I die? Okay, she kept on saying this. And it's true. Put yourself out there a little bit. Be vulnerable. Tell your story. And then ask yourself after you do that if you died. And obviously you didn't. She talked about this girl. It's called Take the Cake, or The Cake by Hannah. It's on Instagram. She loves her profile. And how Instagram really is kind of the wave of the future. I know we're doing that Instagram is my jam group right now. If you're not a part of it and want to be a part of it, let me know and I'll add you to it. It's a huge avenue. Lots of untapped, just people. I've already had several calls and a girl who's joining our team from Instagram. It's not difficult to do if you just start conversations and offer value to these folks. Consistency is super important. So she said that if you're, what did she say? Let me see if I can find it. If you are persistent, you can get it. If you are consistent, you can keep it. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight, but I think it's super important to be taking a look at who you are and what you're trying to brand, and who you're trying to attract, and just kind of do a little bit of research on other people that you're attracted to and how you can kind of fit that in. I think our team does a pretty darn good job of branding ourselves and teaching that, especially, the key leaders on our team, and trying to stray away from salesy posts that don't add any value, right? Because that's not what people are attracted to. So think about what you're attracted to and try to reproduce that. I'm super excited about where our team, our company, where things are headed. We are in such a good place at the right time. As you all know, these products not only have changed my life, but this opportunity has just done amazing things for myself and my family. And then, of course, I get the lovely bonus of meeting all of you and having you be part of my tribe. So I appreciate you all being on the training tonight. Feel free to post questions. I will post the recording for everybody. And I'll also post that introvert video for you all to watch by Heather Burke. But I appreciate you guys being on, and I'll see you all next week, okay? Bye, guys.